Hi, my name is Joy Kim. I work for CalSoap at Kearney High School. I work with the 9th through 12th graders. So far, the seniors that I have worked with got into SDSU. Woo! Let's see. They have told me personally that I've helped them out a lot with, just helping with the college process and also with making sure that their FAFSA's in. Some of the students come in more often than the others, and the ones that did, got into SDSU. But it's all about, personal hard work and, showing half and half of what you can do. I'm really rewarded by the work I do because I get to help out students who are either first generation going to college or comes from a family of a social economic background that doesn't allow them. And also students who just want to pursue higher education and not have the motivation to do that. So I'm very excited and rewarded that I get to work with CalSoap, and I hope you guys next year work really hard, and I hope to see you next year.
Okay, what?
Here in Madison, there's only really 2 counselors, full-time counselors here, Miss Winters and Miss Franciscotti, and I mean, 1,400 students for 2 counselors is quite a bit of a workload, and really sometimes I see some of the work that they do, and they don't have time for everybody, and they might meet with a student for like a minute or 2, or maybe like 5 minutes, and they have to find the next one because they don't have time. And I guess with this program with CalSoap, college peer advising, it's really important that we do a good job here. We help students that are they need help, and like some of the students are like, oh, what's FAFSA? What's the SATs? They don't know this stuff, and we're here to remind them, hey, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, get on top of things. It's really important because sometimes the counselors won't have time. Like last week or something, like this guy came up to me. His name is Elias Garibay. I don't remember his name, but yeah, he's like, oh man, I got into USC, and then he was really excited, and I was like, oh dude, that's really cool, right? And then he came during his free time too. It wasn't even like I didn't have to call him out or anything. So that was really rewarding to see actually be rewarded in a way for doing your job and stuff. So and actually making a difference and seeing a student really happy and going where he wants to go for the next 4 years. Yeah.
For CalSoap, working is definitely a really good opportunity for anyone who's working in the seeking opportunity working in the counseling. I wouldn't say business, but just like a field, because it gives you first-hand experience in actually talking with students, but not even considering them as students, just people, really. You're looking for higher education and to find what really suits them, what really drives them. As with CalSoap, I found that it actually supports whatever passion, whatever drives you to work in future on, whether it's something as complicated as an attorney at law or whatever, to something as simplistic as being a gardener. I mean, even that, we support anything. Our goal is pretty much to support whatever people want to be working in, because to be honest, whatever is your job or you choose to work in future on, it has to make you happy, regardless of what happens. It does. It really has to push you towards your most positive being. I have this personal experience. The one that stands out most is from a student that I was a girl actually in the high school, and she had these issues. What was actually holding her back from following her dream, which is a music profession. Her mom was kind of contradicting her and not really supporting her. She actually told me a few comments that I wasn't really proud of hearing from a mom perspective, but yeah, she couldn't find the courage to talk to her mom and just let her know, like, you know what, even though you're not really supporting me, I'm gonna follow through. It took her like 3 months, and we spoke every now and then, quite frequently through the weeks. And she found the courage. She spoke with her mom, and she's going to the Music Institute. I believe it's up north.
Good. The story I want to tell is the story of Serena, one of my students who I met through call slips. And she's a great student. She's really involved in school. She's the captain of the water polo team and things like that. But she's not the most confident in her academic abilities. So I met with her, and she was immediately sort of into it. And that in itself was really rewarding. But she would come and see me all the time, and we worked through all of her applications and talked about all of the things she wants to do with her life. And I guess it sort of came to light that she feels like some of her family and maybe some of her friends, and as she put it, her culture around her didn't want her to succeed as much as she wanted to. But she knew what she wanted, and that's what we worked on. And we got through her applications, and she would come in, and we worked on a personal statement, and we wrote about how she felt about her family and her background and what she wanted to do. And we got it all squared away and all sent off, and it was really great to see first sort of just the increase in her confidence and the increase in her sort of certainty about what she was going to do with her life, and that she really could do this and go in this direction despite what the people around her had said. And that's really the good part about this job, is seeing the sort of difference we can make with people individually, and seeing that you really can change something, and that you can talk to these students, and you see it in each individual student that added up over time we're really making a difference for these people. And the part that most sticks with me was just a couple weeks ago. She got some of her, I guess, her first letters back. And she literally ran into the office, into my office where my desk is, and threw her backpack down and ripped it open, and had this ridiculous grin on her face, and took out these pieces of mail and shoved them in my face and said, "Read." So I took them from her and I read them. And of course they were her acceptance notices. And I read them back to her, and she was very happy, and we shared high fives all around the office. And it was just a really great feeling to sort of have it confirmed how much what we do, what CalSoap does, can matter. And that's the story I want to tell.